All right, Sagittarius, happy 2018, Lilly Sky Tarot, full year tarot and astrology. Okay, so let's get this. 12 cards I'm laying down. This one fell out, it's meant to be the star card. Okay, that one fell out, that's big deal. When the card falls out, big deal. Okay, so you're starting off January with the star card, okay? Excuse me, big stuff. Okay, so we're setting the intention for Sagittarius already. Laying out 12 cards, okay, to see what your year is like. Please take notes and then rewrite it, is my opinion. Sagittarius birth sign, which is your sun sign, your north node, your rising sign, your moon sign, even Mars. Shoot, let's go for this. So you're watching several videos on my channel and just seeing what it said, but mainly for your birth sign and your rising sign is really key, okay? And then I'll do the astrology and see what's going on in the world, and then you can match it up with each tarot card for that month and see how it interacts with that. And I always say throughout the year, keep in contact with me. Let me know how everything is going. You know, jot down a message and say, hey, this and this happened, you know? Like, do that. All right? So let's do this. Okay, so we already did January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah. So we have the star card, the first card. Okay, so we have the star card here, and the star card is asking you, okay, and you have to ask yourself, what does the star card mean to me? Okay, what does this mean? What is your purpose? It always deals with purpose in life. It deals with your hopes and your dreams, your spirituality, your inspiration, right? What drives you? And the star card is in the spiritual plane. So this is spirituality. How do you feel about yourself? How do you view yourself? What are your thoughts like? How do you feel renewed? How do you feel like you can continue on again? Right? And right now you have two major arcanas in the beginning. Usually I've been getting a lot of the end of the year major arcanas, but you're starting off really strong, Sagittarius. Okay, so this is you really thinking deep about who you are and your purpose here, right? And what you hope to accomplish with your life. Now, February, it's like you, maybe the thinking is too much because now you need to rest, but you're reflecting, okay? Maybe things that you've done in January, you might not have done things that you know that you were supposed to do or you were advised to do, and now you're kind of like, okay, I'm feeling down. This is more of your emotions, more than say what's going on at work and your love life and so on. It's more about you, how you're feeling in February. March, you have the Hierophant. So this is you maybe moving up in your work or feeling better about yourself. Maybe the leader of your group, something where you're in control, okay? And maybe a promotion, okay, at work. That's a very strong one. But you're put in an admiring leadership role. And how are you going to benefit yourself like that? Because here comes more responsibility. And what are you doing throughout the year to better yourself with that? Now, April, you have the Three of Wands, and this is about planning ahead. And Sagittarius, if there's a good advice and you know you need to do it, oh my gosh, you're going to do it. And this year, you in November 8th, you have Jupiter in Sagittarius. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Excuse me. So, you being in this powerful position, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. So April is saying, you got this position. You need to have backup plans. Okay? And remember that not everyone's your friend. That message just come through. Not everyone is your friend. Just because they smile in your face, XYZ, you know, you really have to put people, shield yourself and really know what's going on. May, you have 8 of Pentacles, eight of coins. And this is about work. So you're really putting yourself into your work and you're really getting stuff done. And you're taking this work seriously. Now, this is a good thing, okay, to take your work seriously. But don't get so serious about your work where, you know, people can see that you're serious about your work. That's nice. But they can also use a good passion about you and use it against you in the coming months. So make sure that you're doing your job and you build up your wall of protection and deal with people so that people know that you're not the one to mess with, you know, with playing games, right? This is May. So even though you have this new position, they're still watching you, and so on. This could also be an initiation or well, it is the beginning cycle of seeing how you're doing, right? And you're going to have to get more education, more knowledge, to even qualify more, because you can get into the position and be qualified, but there's more qualifications that's needed. So you're going to have to really manage your time well. June is celebration. So you've either taken more courses or people at your work is like, yep, you're doing great. And you're receiving all that celebration. Great, wonderful. It could be other celebrations that's going on in that month for you as well in June. Okay? So with all of this going on, still keep your focus from what we're looking at the next cards. Now, July, astrologically, there's a lot of power up, you know, moments that you can power yourself up to keep your momentum going from January. So King of Rods is saying, don't look at what you don't have, look at what you have and how you can use those to benefit you. So whatever problems coming up or challenges, any kind of changes for July, look at how you can use it to better yourself. Rather than worry about it, how can you better yourself with that? The Queen of Swords is coming in August. This is great. You have the King of Rods, right? Now you have the Queen of Swords. This is your communication ability. So learning who to speak to. Everyone is going to perceive things differently. So there's a group talk and then there's an individual talk. So after your group talk, you might want to say, if anyone have any further questions, please talk to me individually, and so on and so forth. That way there is a sense of understanding for everyone. Page of Rods. Page of Rods is about taking that next step, taking that next journey. So even though you have received this higher position with the Hierophant, right? Either you're presented with that or you feel that way if you are working for yourself or whatever. But however you interpret that Hierophant in your life and you can see it, this Page of Wands or Page of Wands is coming in right now and saying, okay, where are you going? What are you doing? Right? How do you want it to look like? So even before you take this next step, how do you want it to be? Right? How do you want this to be? So right now, for this month of September, you might feel feelings of like being alone. You might receive types of dreams to lead you to your desire. However, these ideas and everything that you're receiving through your dreams, if you're a dreamer, or when you're awake and you get all these thoughts and so on, how can you use this to benefit you for this journey that you're on. You're going to discover new things about yourself, discover new things about others. I feel like this card is you learning about your environment and really learning about everyone around you. You're going to have to kind of take yourself, look at things with a new eye, right? Look at things with a new way of looking at it. And don't share too much of it's like a need to know basis. So maybe not really saying too much of what you're gonna do. Get it done. Now we have the 5 of staves, and this is like playing around type of, it's good to have that fun energy going, but too much of it will be not focusing as much as you should in October. So make sure you're using your time wisely between having fun and when to get things done, when to work, right? So it's really, and if you're in control of people, it's a way of like really you making sure that people are getting what they need to get done. If there's a time frame for getting things done, it's like, hey, this is going to be a lot, but I need everyone to stay focused. We need to get this done right. Get it done right. I'm going to say it again. Get it done right and on time. Very important. 2 of staves in November is that understanding. Maybe someone can't see your vision of something and you have to explain it a little bit more in detail so that the other person can understand where you're coming from. Okay, so that is what the 2 of staves, the 2 of wands is saying. Okay, it's making sure that your communication is clear, the passion behind it. It's not so much words, it's the passion behind it for your future decisions, plans, any kind of future project. In order to sell it, you have to really be able to explain it to that person. That way they're pumped about it, you know, and it's a key person, you know, it's not just, you really have to find the right words to explain it and then deliver it so that it's successful in that way. So whatever that means for you guys. December, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is coming through with a winning. It's a winning energy. Aces are leaders, right? It's number 1. So this is your words again. Your words are so important. Communication is so important. Okay, Sagittarius, super duper important. And with this Ace of Swords, it's like you really have to channel this energy. Very important in just, you know, saying to yourself, it's going to come to me. I'm going to receive this information. It's coming to me, right? So it's like that fresh, brand new, raw to the core power, like the solar plexus. Like you're really digging deep and you're not trying to be anyone else than yourself. At first you could be inspired by someone, but really just say, you know, I don't know what being me is, but I'm just going to be me. Right? And that's where your victory is. That's where your breakthrough is going to come through. That's your power. You know, that's where you're going to get clear, mentally, emotionally, physically on what your December is going to be shaped like and what you're going to do with your December. Let's go into the astrology, Sagittarius. I really feel good about that reading. I feel it, you know. So January 31st, lunar eclipse in Leo. How can you use this to better yourself? You know, find out how you can use these times to better your mind, your thought, the goals you have. Then February 15th is the solar eclipse in Aquarius. You know, pause the video, write it down, do a scratch pad note, and then rewrite it again because you'll get more information that way. You know, maybe an idea will come to you. So have a scratch pad and then rewrite it over again, right? So let's see, May 16th, you have Uranus in Taurus. Oh my gosh. May, right? January, February, March, April, May. May, you have 8 of coins, and this is like being diligent, focusing on the work. Oh, I can't even pick up this card. Right? So Taurus is out to make changes where it needs to. Things aren't working. Ask yourself, what is not working here? Hello, May 16th. What's not working? Uranus is in Taurus, okay? And it's making changes to things that don't work. It will mainly affect money, prosperity type, money, bank, right? So, and remember that Uranus rules Aquarius. So with that being said, that Aquarius solar eclipse in February 15th, maybe you want to focus on finances and managing money, making decisions that will better that, having your third eye open and seeing things for what they are rather than what you want them to be. Because when we fantasize, we make decisions on fantasies. It's not, you got to see the practical way of getting there. And that's where the magic is, right? The practical way of getting there. So traditions, anything that's limiting you, that's been a tradition, you're going to have to look at that and challenge it and see how can we have order, because you have Taurus there. It's in Taurus. The Uranus is in Taurus. So anything that is like an individual thought or practice or originality, it's good, but how can you hone it in? How can you pull it in to have some kind of structure and grounding ability so it has lasting power, right? You're going to find that there has to be order in anything, everything, right? Okay, so June 26th to August 27th, right? So June, July, August. I'm just going to hold up August card. You have the Queen of Swords, okay? So June 26th to August 27th, Mars retrograde, which you will feel having problems, difficulties in giving and receiving love, right? And and affection. It delays any kind of plans regarding love. Maybe a sense of sadness. Excuse me. So anything like that. Oh, my mistake. That's Venus. My bad. So Mars, Mars retrograde is going to test your willpower, right? How strong you feel. So Scorpios and Aries are going to be affected by June 26th to August 27th, Mars retrograde. You're going to feel the effects of not feeling strong enough to get through things. But you have the Queen of Swords here, so using your words carefully and using them will help you, okay? So we'll get to Venus retrograde soon with the love. So July 12th, right? We're going to go back. So the King of Rods. So July 12th, you have the solar eclipse in Cancer. July 12th, solar eclipse in Cancer. July 27th, lunar eclipse in Aquarius. How can you use that time frame in July to keep you pumped from January all the way here? Now you're using this time frame in July with these lunar and solar eclipse to get you pumped for the rest of the year. Okay? Now, August 11th, you have a solar eclipse in Leo. Holy moly, that's huge. So there's another fire sign that you can tap into that firepower. Okay? Now, Libras and Taurus will feel the effect of Venus retrograde. Finally, here is the Venus retrograde, right? So October to November. So I'll hold up the October card, the Five of Staves. So Venus in retrograde, you'll feel more difficulties with receiving and giving love. Any kind of affections will be hard to deal with. Any delays when it comes to love. So this could be the argument, the discussion there, with the Five of Staves, right? And it's kind of like it's playing around, but there's a tension behind that playing around, where it's like, okay, are you doing this because you're upset? So even if someone's being sarcastic, but behind it, there's something there, right? It looks one way, but it's really the other. So you're going to have to decode that for yourself. Now, Sagittarius and Pisces will feel the effect in November 8th, Jupiter in Sagittarius. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Jupiter wants to be in control of everything. So what happens here is that the negative aspects of this masculine energy of Jupiter in Sagittarius is people using knowledge, words and actions against people. They're twisting words and actions. So look out for that in November. Okay, so with this Two of Staves, how does that work in with you with that balance, right? How is that? So let's look into that. How is that going to work for you? So people twisting words, not being caring of of how they're being perceived, right? And that's not good. And that can only cause more problems. And this is a fire card too in your position. So this could affect future plans, right? The progress of things, right? So if people are using this masculine energy of Jupiter in Sagittarius, it could affect travels, because Sagittarius is known for traveling, exploring. So this could affect travels in November, right? Some restrictions on traveling maybe, you know, on a global, looking at this as a reading, a prediction reading for November. The negative energy, of course, I said, is using someone's knowledge against them, using people's words, twisting actions that happen. The positive part of it, of Jupiter in Sagittarius is, you know, remember Sagittarius is very optimistic. They feel they can get out of things. There's a solution for it, all of that. So the positive part is staying focused on your actions and the possibility of a good turnout from your actions. So from November to the next November, it's like a 1 year of this Jupiter in Sagittarius. Because Jupiter, before Jupiter does its action, right, it's very smart. It's going to, and anyone thinking with the Jupiter type of thought process, the purpose of doing what they're doing is to see how long it will last, how far it will reach, this action, right? So how is it going to affect someone? And how is it going to affect something, right? And the lasting power of it. What's the distance? Distance could be in miles or in years, the effect of something. So I hope you like this reading and share it with people. And contact me for your own personal readings. And just ask me some questions. Let me know. And happy 2018. Peace, peace, peace. Until next time.